Check it out, check it out, check it out.
I remember I wanted to be a vet. I used to love animals and I had like the whole vet outfit and everything.
It'd be nice to be a nurse so that you can fix things, so that you can fix people and put them back together again and make them well.
So I wanted to be a tornado hunter and a vet and a politician, a journalist.
I was really young. I was looking at a cartoon for children, and there was a scene in which there was some hills, and a character of the cartoon said like, "Oh, I wonder what's over the hill." Maybe there it started my desire to know like what's more, what's different, what's over the hill, like just what's there. I want to get there.
Who was I between the little girl for the grandmother, the rebel girl for the dad, the serious girl for the mom? Who was I? You know, who was I in that very interesting but very overwhelming environment that I had been growing up in?
As you get older, dreams become realistic things that you have to achieve, or or a career that you aspire to. Seems what people tell you is a dream that you want or should have. And it's very systematic almost.
It's difficult to find happiness in normal day society because everyone's trying to follow the same templates, and we're too varied for that. You know, if the same thing is to get a job, get a house, get a spouse, pop out some kids, you know, repeat, it's no wonder everyone's miserable. Not everyone, some people like it. That template's going to work for some people, but I think we're trying to all fit into one mold, and that's never going to work. I think that's why I was never happy there.
I had a big clash in my life, and then my new dream was to be free. And I remember coming back to Europe and talking to my best friend, and she was like, I was like, what do you want to achieve when you're 30? And she was like, oh, when I'm 30 I would love to have a boyfriend and it's serious and I have a flat. And then, yeah, something like steady and then thinking about having a family. And I was like, it's exactly like I don't have the same dream anymore as her. And she asked me and I was like, oh, I really don't know how it will be, but I just want to be free.
Society where I come from are very unhappy and stressed, running around in circles all day to achieve something that's actually not really there. It's just an empty concept.
It's actually just taking us more and more away from what actually real happiness is, because they're putting it into material terms when it's not a material thing.
I see with a lot of people, we're all in these boxes, you know, we have to go to school and get a job and pay for a car and pay for a house and marry someone by the time we're 30. And no one ever gets space in their life to just be themselves without any pressure, to just play like kids.
When people start realizing their full potential, the people controlling them no longer have that control.
When we were driving back and the sun was setting, she said, guys, just do it, just quit your jobs and move out. And that was the first time I actually seriously started considering it. And 2 days later I phoned my friends back in Joburg and I was like, this is it, I'm doing it. And I think they were like, yeah man, he's on holiday and inspired and he's going to come back and go back to work. I don't know, it just took on a life of it. So.
What is life for if you're not happy every day of your life?
People get a lot into life with pressure. I just can't manage it. So yeah, living out of my passions, I think this is freedom. And then everything comes to you when you're shining like a candle.
I didn't realize that this life was possible, I think. And so now that I've had a taste of it, it's almost addictive, this freedom.
You can see someone when they're engaged with a project, making music or painting or gardening, that they really love. You almost see their soul shining out of their eyes. and everything they do from that point forward sends out this message, this energetic message of love, I guess.
Capable of anything. Any human is capable of being any type of thing at all, any type of role in nature. They can fulfill it because we are capable of perceiving it, and we have two hands and we have minds, and we can do anything.
Everyone has something different to bring, whether you are creative with technology, whether you are creative with words, whether you are creative with whatever mathematic calculation you need to work out. It doesn't matter, there's so many different areas of creativity.
Open up your mind and say it like me. Open up your planet and you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find out the sky's yours. So don't plead on, plead on, plead on, plead on. There's no need to complicate, cause the time is short. Desert is a hard fate. I'm yours.
I'm going into battle. I fell in love. I fell for Mother Earth. She grasped me with her branches and woke me up. She awakened such a dormant part of my mind that it overwhelmed and consumed me. I was blissfully lost in the wildness of her love.
I love building gardens, building food gardens. So the act of picking up stones and shoveling dirt and having dirty hands and planting tiny little seeds that become these massive bushes that you can eat. Yeah, I guess my art is best expressed in the garden.
And it's time to sigh out the guilt and the shame of being fully yourself. For fish do not fret and midgets don't cry when mistakenly called an elf.
Take just a little bit, take just a little bit less.
Sort of getting on this ladder that everyone else is climbing on. But I have realized now, like, it's not a bad thing to not know what you're doing and have strength in the fact that your own ideas are for you and your own decisions are for you, because it's your life that you have to live, not for the rest of society.
The difference between what you like to do or what people told you like to do. Being very convincing by very various methods that you can have a hard time to analyze because it's a big brainwash. So figure out what you like to do, taking time to respect your inner voice and then embrace it. I think it's the best thing you can do.
There was like a small store on the street with a girl there, just selling like bread or cookies or whatever. And I thought, okay, what could I do now? I can take the bus and go into Cuba, I can take an airplane and go into Italy, or I can go to this store and maybe just meet that girl and marry that girl and pass my whole life there. I could do that, I could do this. I mean, I can really change, I can really choose what I can do. And this is really strong power. And you have to understand, you have to really be glad and thankful for that. Because we can really change our life.
People should work on growing themselves. And growing themselves well, to be healthy like you'd grow a plant. So be like a plant.
Oh, you're such a hippie, and like, or like peace and love and whatever, and I don't even care. I'm like, yeah, I'm happy because of it. Maybe you should try.